Hi, so this section in your course is on human anatomy and physiology. So what we're going to look at tonight is just a quick overview of some of the human systems, just so you can have a little bit of a kind of heads up before you get into the module. So if we look at the human body, we start out with cells. So you've learned about cells. We know that we're all living things are made up of cells. Our cells make up our tissues. Common tissues will make up our organs. Our organs will make up our organ systems. And the organ systems working all together will make up the organism, which is, in our case, the human body. Okay, if we take a closer look, we can see that we start really with DNA. That's what makes us who we are. That DNA is held in a nucleus. The nucleus is at the center of our cell. And in this case, we're talking about liver tissues making up our organ, the liver, and that liver belongs to an organ system we call the digestive system. The systems we're going to take a look at in this module are circulatory system, digestive, endocrine, integumentary, muscular, nervous, excretory, and skeletal. Okay, so let me see if I can move this somehow. I think I can. So it's kind of in the way here. Here we go. Okay, I'm going to put it down here. All right, our circulatory system is the system that kind of links all of our cells with the external environment, because what we're doing is we're inhaling oxygen through our respiratory system, but that oxygen is entering into our circulatory system in the blood and being transported all over the body. Our heart, thankfully, pumps that blood around the body all the way down to your littlest toes. And then the blood will remove the waste and bring that back up. If we look at the circulatory system, this is just some of the major arteries and veins in our body. This doesn't even have any capillaries, which are like everywhere. It really looks like a highway network in our bodies. It's amazing. Our digestive system is, our nutrition. It's where our food gets broken down. We have our mouth, esophagus, stomach, small and large intestine, the rectum and the anus as our tube that our food follows a path through. Then we have what we call our accessory organs, the liver, gallbladder, and pancreas, which secrete enzymes and chemicals into our system that help us to digest our food. When we look at our digestive system, you can almost see how it's just a tube, long, thin tube that's all convoluted with some of these accessory organs surrounding it. The integumentary system is our first line of defense. Our skin protects us. It's a barrier to the outside world so that we can be protected from bacteria. The sweat glands in our skin help us to cool down when we overheat. And it's definitely a protective situation. Our nervous system, thankfully, sends nervous impulses so rapidly throughout our bodies. Those specialized cells are able to transport that stimulus from the tip of your toes all the way up to the top of your head and back in record time. This is what it looks like. The brain is obviously the main organ of our nervous system. Reproductive systems are going to be different, whether we're talking about male or female, but we have specialized organs within each each sex so that we can produce eggs and sperm that can undergo fertilization and reproduce our offspring. Our musculatory system is what allows us to move. Without it, we would not be able to function. We wouldn't be able to move around. We would just be stationary. Urinary and excretory system. This is like our filter system. So all the blood gets filtered through our kidneys. The materials that we need to retain get put back into our blood circulation. The components that are waste products leave through our ureters, are stored in the urinary bladder for a short period of time, and then leave the body through the urethra. Skeletal system is what allows us support and works with that musculatory system to give us movement. Respiratory system, we talked about just briefly. We said that you have to inhale that oxygen so that the circulatory system can move the oxygen around in the blood, around the body, so it can be utilized in all the cells of the body. The carbon dioxide will leave those cells after cell respiration and be transported back to the lungs to be exhaled. And this little chart just kind of shows you a little bit about how these systems are all interconnected. They all work together to make sure that we are able to move around, we're healthy, we can digest our food, and that nutrition is able to be utilized in our bodies for energy, for motion, and every body function. Okay, so like I said, that was just a brief overview of the systems. You're going to get into much more depth in each of the modules as you enter into the selected modules. So enjoy it, learn a little bit about your body. And if you have any questions, as always, just reach out and let me know. Okay, thanks.